Hey there, explorers! Welcome to another exciting journey into the world of science and discovery. Today we have something truly fascinating to explore. Have you ever seen a rainbow made by sunlight shining through a crystal? It's like magic, but it's actually science at work. That crystal is a special shape called a prism. Prisms are not just beautiful, they are also incredibly important in the world of optics and physics. Prisms are super cool three-dimensional shapes. They come in various forms and sizes, each with its unique properties and uses. From simple triangular prisms to complex hexagonal ones, they all share some common features. They're like building blocks of the world around us. You can find prisms in architecture, in the lenses of cameras, and even in scientific instruments used to study light. Prisms have flat sides called faces. These faces are what give the prism its shape and allow it to interact with light in such a unique way. The straight lines where the faces meet are called edges. These edges are crucial in defining the structure of the prism and how it refracts light. And the pointy corners where the edges meet are called vertices. Each vertex is a point where the magic of light refraction happens. Think of a box. It's a kind of prism. Boxes are everywhere in our daily lives, and they are a perfect example of how prisms are part of our everyday world. It has faces, edges, and vertices just like all prisms do. Next time you see a box, remember that you're looking at a simple yet fascinating prism. Prisms are not just scientific tools, they are part of the beauty and complexity of the world around us. So keep exploring, keep discovering, and stay curious. Imagine you could carefully unfold a box without ripping it. You'd end up with a flat shape, right? That flat shape is called a net. Every prism has its own special net. Think of a net like a prism's secret code. It shows us all the faces of the prism and how they fit together. We can use nets to build our own prisms or to understand how many faces a prism has. It's like solving a puzzle. Let's imagine our prism is a container. How much could we fit inside? That's what we call volume. It's like measuring how much space a prism takes up. To find the volume of a prism, we need to know two things: the area of its base, the bottom face, and its height, how tall it is. We multiply the area of the base by the height, and voila, we get the volume. Imagine wrapping a present. Think about how you carefully measure and cut the wrapping paper to make sure it covers the entire box perfectly. The amount of wrapping paper you need to cover the entire box is like the surface area of a prism. Just as you need enough paper to cover every side of the box, the surface area of a prism is the total area of all its faces combined. A prism has multiple faces, and each face is a flat surface. To find the surface area, we need to consider each of these faces. It's the total area of all its faces added together. Imagine unfolding the box into a flat shape. You would see all the faces laid out. To find the surface area, we need to calculate the area of each face and then add them all up. This involves measuring the length and width of each face and using the formula for the area of a rectangle, which is length times width. Once we have the area of each face, we sum them up to get the total surface area. It's like solving a fun math puzzle. Each face of the prism is a piece of the puzzle, and when we put all the pieces together, we get the complete picture of the surface area. Knowing the surface area can be helpful in many ways, like figuring out how much paint we need to cover a box. If you're painting a box, you need to know the surface area to buy the right amount of paint. This concept is not just limited to boxes, it applies to any three-dimensional object. Whether you're wrapping a gift, painting a wall, or even covering a book, understanding surface area helps you determine how much material you need. So next time you wrap a present or paint a box, remember that you're actually working with the surface area of a prism. It's a practical and useful concept that makes everyday tasks easier and more efficient. By mastering the calculation of surface area, you can tackle a variety of projects with confidence and precision. Section 5. Prisms in Action, Real-World Wonders. Prisms are fascinating objects that have intrigued scientists and artists alike for centuries. Their ability to manipulate light in such a beautiful and complex way makes them a subject of endless curiosity and wonder. Prisms aren't just cool shapes, they're everywhere around us. You might not realize it, but prisms play a crucial role in many aspects of our daily lives. From the moment you wake up and look out the window, to the time you spend taking photos with your camera, prisms are quietly working behind the scenes. Remember that rainbow we talked about? That beautiful arc of colors that appears after a rainstorm? It's one of the most stunning natural displays of a prism's power. When sunlight passes through raindrops, it acts like a prism, splitting the light into its constituent colors and creating a rainbow. That happens because of a prism. The same principle applies when sunlight passes through a glass prism. The light bends or refracts as it enters the prism, and then it disperses into a spectrum of colors. This phenomenon is not just limited to rainbows. It can be observed in many other situations as well. Light bends when it passes through a prism, separating into all the colors of the rainbow. But that's not all. Prisms have a wide range of applications beyond just creating beautiful light displays. They are used in various fields, from science and technology to art and everyday life. Prisms are used in eyeglasses to help people see better. For those with certain vision problems, prisms can correct the way light enters the eye, improving clarity and focus. This small piece of glass can make a huge difference in someone's quality of life. In cameras, prisms are essential for capturing images. They help direct light through the lens and onto the film or sensor, ensuring that the picture is clear and well-defined. Without prisms, the art of photography as we know it would be very different, and even in periscopes to see around corners. Periscopes use prisms to bend light, allowing someone to see over or around obstacles. This technology is crucial in submarines, where it enables the crew to observe the surface while remaining hidden underwater. They're like secret helpers in so many amazing things. From the simple joy of seeing a rainbow to the complex technology in cameras and eyeglasses, prisms are an integral part of our world. They may be small and often unnoticed, but their impact is truly remarkable. So next time you see a rainbow or take a photo, remember the humble prism and its incredible ability to transform light. Section 6. A rainbow of possibilities. Types of prisms. Just like there are different colors in a rainbow, there are many different types of prisms. They come in all shapes and sizes, depending on the shape of their base. We have triangular prisms with bases shaped like triangles, rectangular prisms with bases shaped like rectangles, and even hexagonal prisms with bases shaped like hexagons. Can you imagine all the possibilities? Section 7. Let's build a prism fun with shapes. Ready to put your prism knowledge to the test? Let's build our own. You can use materials like toothpicks and marshmallows, straws and clay, or even blocks to create your own three-dimensional prisms. Start by choosing the shape of your base. Then use your materials to build the edges and connect them to form the faces. You can even decorate your prism to make it extra special. Section 8. Sparkling examples, calculating with prisms. Now that we've explored the world of prisms, let's try some fun calculations. Remember, to find the volume of a prism, we multiply the area of its base by its height. For example, let's say we have a triangular prism with a base area of 10 square centimeters and a height of 5 centimeters. To find its volume, we multiply 10 by 5, which gives us a volume of 50 cubic centimeters. Section 9. Beyond the basics, more prism adventures. As you learn more about math, you'll discover even more amazing things about prisms. You'll learn about their properties, like how their angles and sides relate to each other. You'll also learn how to calculate their surface area using formulas and how to solve problems involving prisms in real-life situations. It's like unlocking a whole new level of understanding. Section 10. Prisms in our world, from nature to technology. Prisms are everywhere, even in places you might not expect. Look closely at crystals, snowflakes, and even some buildings, and you'll find amazing examples of prisms in action. Engineers and architects use prisms to design strong and stable structures, while scientists use them to study light and create new technologies. Prisms are truly fascinating shapes. Section 11. Keep exploring the never-ending journey of learning. Congratulations, Prism Explorers! You've learned so much about these incredible shapes. But remember, this is just the beginning of your adventure. Keep asking questions, keep exploring the world around you, and keep discovering the magic of math. Who knows what other amazing shapes and concepts you'll uncover along the way? The possibilities are endless.